Good evening. I'm Bob Smith, and I've called this Paddling Two Rivers. Can you all hear me okay?
Yeah.
You good? The heat of summer has relented, and this day is deliciously clear, sunny, and dry in northeast Massachusetts. Joy and I have driven out from our cottage in Essex to launch our kayaks into the Ipswich River at a put-in just 2 miles outside the bucolic small town of Topsfield, Mass. After a harrowing unloading of the boats on the narrow road shoulder with heavy weekend traffic speeding by immediately next to us, the protected corridor of the river itself is a welcoming sanctuary, an enormous relief as we push off for idyllic, slow drifting in the green riparian corridor, a world unto itself, screened off from the surrounding roads, houses, and farms by a luxuriant profusion of vegetation. Stretches of mixed hardwood forest, ponded backwaters grown over with water lilies and cattails, swampy sections shaded by flood-resistant red maples, understory bushes and small trees fighting a riot of climbing vines. Quickly we glide under the Route 97 highway bridge and just beyond pause to look up at cyclists passing over our heads on the old railroad bridge, now part of the Danvers to Topsfield Rail Trail. Passing on, we escape signs of the human world and enter the natural one. A cormorant is drying his outstretched wings perched on a rock off to our left in a backwater loop. A hawk circles above, gliding by too quickly to identify. But this day, it is the floodplain plants that capture my attention. I want to know their names, their stories, their place in the riverine forest. I already recognize some. Pickerelweed with its arrow-shaped leaf and spike of blue flowers. Stands of aquatic smartweed poking its small pink flower head up from the water. Occasional winterberry shrubs laden with clumps of bright red berries. A thick tangle of Virginia creeper, poison ivy, wild grape, bittersweet, and catbrier vines, all fighting a quiet battle for space and sunlight. The water is a clear, deep, tannic brown, like fine Darjeeling tea, reflecting the early afternoon sun filtering through the tree canopy in columns of streaming light. On the stream surface, we glide through carpets of duckweed, tiny, free-floating green discs, a major food source for ducks and muskrats. On a low section of stream bank, we catch sight of the vivid blood-red blossoms of the cardinal flower, remarkable for its contrast with the dark greens of the surrounding wetland plants. 2 miles downstream, just before we turn around to paddle back upriver to our launch site, we arrive in turtle country, surprising several painted turtles with their bright red-orange lined shells basking in the sun on half-submerged logs. Our return paddle back upstream as the late afternoon sunlight turns more golden and intense is serene and quiet. But re-emerging thereafter back onto the road above the launch is a shock. A fast transition to a most different reality. Behind the rumble of the cars, I begin to hear loudly the low growl of another river, quite unlike the Ipswich. The other river, the Cancer River, is an erratic stream that flows swiftly at times down through cascading whitewater, boiling around Volkswagen-sized stream boulders, walled off by a steep, slippery bank, offering only brief stretches of calm, flat water, and ending, so most guidebooks inform us, in an enormous fall over a huge drop into a deep pool of the unknown. Nonetheless, I am determined never to let the Cancer River drown out the soft, life-sustaining whisper of the Ipswich.